Okay, we're in this section on the optional part. And again, options are nice to have. What I'm going to claim over here is looking at it. Someone's going to say, you know, I wonder how you generated this series here. And certainly I'll talk to the assignment, but I don't want to, the blue area actually gives you the solution to the assignment. So, but it's nice to have that. It's sort of like having a tutor around where you could actually look at someone's work. All right. So what I want to do is I just want to go back in the notes, and I'm going to say that we've covered this, right? Well, I want to just go through this again, reset. I'm using Sage, by the way. X is a variable. I'm using it a number of times. But now I don't want to do that function. I want to do another function. And the function I want to type in is this one over here. So let me type that in. So I'm going to type in f of x. Again, I'm reusing code. That's 3 minus. Now I know the tendency is to put 2x, but it's 2 star x. And then we're going to be dividing by 7 minus 3 star x. We have to put the star in, plus x squared. And that whole thing, the whole quantity in the bottom is being squared. All right. And then you're not memorizing, you're thinking. And thinking, you have notes here that provide, I'm going to say input, but I'm going to say g of x is a Taylor polynomial. And I want to take the Taylor polynomial of f of x. All right. X, I'm going to center it at 0, and I'm going to go out 12. Let's see what happens. Whoop, made a mistake somewhere. I see it right now. Let me go back over here and correct it. Mistakes happen. The equal sign over there. Let's see what happens now. All right, let's display g of x now. All right, so it looks crazy. It does look crazy. I want to go back over here. And I want to just go through one thing at a time. I do see the 3/49 at the end. And so it says, why are they writing it backwards? That's not backwards. They're writing the highest degree of power down. So what's next term going to be? Well, 4/343. I'm sure you see that in my notes. What's next going to be? Minus 45 over 2,401 x squared. So far, so good. What's next one? Minus 236 x cubed over 16807. Looks great. Next term, minus 360, 117649. Yep, looks good. Next term, 1182 over 823543. Yeah, it looks good. They want more terms. You know, certainly you can do as many terms you like. It's up to you. All right. You could get this out to really arbitrary precision if you like. What I want to do is I want to, talk about what I did in the notes though. All right. So in the notes, I walk you through it, and I give you the answer key. And there's, I tell you the story behind the answer key, and that's important. Right. I'm going to do some, different things. It says related to geometric, and I eventually came up with this sum over here. So what I want to do is I want to go to Sage. All right. Now I don't want to use Sage. Let's use different software. Let me clear this out. Get rid of that, and I'll push that window to the side. And I'm going to use my application grapher now. I got another application there. So let's just, I don't know. I'm going to type in a function here. And what's the function going to be? Y equals. What is it? 3 minus 2x. Divide by 7 minus 3x plus x squared. Whole thing being squared, right? Oh boy, I'm really screwing up here. Okay, let me see if I did that right. 3 minus 2x, 7 minus x squared. Yeah, let me turn this off now. And I realized that someone said, I don't even know what I'm looking at. I'm gonna just zoom out. And I realized what Simpson just said. I still don't see what that is. So I'm gonna say there's something missing here. I'm gonna put it in. And this is gonna happen to you, software. You're gonna use it to, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Well, it comes from experience. Put the accident grid in, Cartesian. I don't want a grid in though. So I'm just gonna do this over here. As soon as I still don't see it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, let me just zoom in now. It's starting to become apparent to me what it is. And I hope it's apparent to you as well, that I see this thing over here. Now, by the way, I'm still going to, struggle with it. So I'm going to change the range on it. And that's going to be the ordinate, right? So I'm going to edit. And I'm going to say, minus 0.2 to 0.2. Right, I'm seeing a better picture now. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And I'm seeing a pretty good picture here now. I'm going to move it around a little more. Now, someone's going to say, if I had to do that by hand, would it be a bigger struggle? Of course it would. It would be awful for me to do that by hand. All right, I want to do the sum now. I'll delete this over here and put a new sum in. And I know it's a learning curve for you, but I want to type this sum in over here. And so, again, I'm using Grapher. And I always say, this is me. Other schools, other teachers aren't like this. They always say, I have to use the software I tell you to use. I don't believe that for a second. You need to use software you like using. All right. Now, in mathematics, people tend to use open source a lot, but there's a lot of great commercial products out there you might want to use. Like I'm using this over Sage. All right. So what is it going to be? Whoops, sorry about that. N starts at 1. And I can't go to infinity because the machine, if I said to the machine, could you go up to infinity? It would just simply say, are you kidding me? So I'm going to say, let's go to 10. All right. And that's not a big number. I think my machine can handle it. And that's a fraction. That's going to be 16. N, no, I don't put the star in, minus 1 to the n plus 1. Remember, the machine's not going to blow up if I make a mistake. 3 minus 2x. And it's to a power. I'm just typing what I'm seeing. 2n minus 1. Much easier for me to type it in on using Grapher than in Sage, by the way. I'll put that in there. Now, certainly someone says, what are you seeing over there? Well, I'm seeing that sum drawn. I'll put in a different color for you. Make it magenta. All right. And someone says, could I change the number? Well, you could try, let's say if I wanted to go to 1, I'll show you what that looks like. It's not a bad fit. And then you might go to 2. Then you might go to 3. I can change color back again if I like. I'm just going to go through some numbers over here. 3. I think you get the idea. Now let's go out to 99. That sounds crazy, right? All right. So I'm getting much better fit there, but it's still through a band. All right. What band is it through? Well, through a band of convergence. All right. And these numbers over here. So I want to type those numbers in for you. And I'll do that in a moment. And let's put that down for new equations. And that's going to be x equals. It's a fraction. 3 minus the square root of 19. And again, if you're working through this, we recommend you actually read the notes and see if you can follow it. All right, it's really not that bad. 2, I see that. And then I'll do the upper limit. This is the interval of convergence here. New equation, and that's going to be x equals 3 plus, I'll do the fraction. 3 plus the square root of 19 divided by 2. All right. I got to be honest with you, these are like deja vu all over again. All right. So that's the summation. That's the actual function. That's the summation. And this is the interval where it's convergent on. All right. So I realize for a lot of students, they don't know what software to use. They don't have many options out there. Sage is a good one. Yeah, you can graph in Sage. I always find it more difficult to do with Sage. I'm kind of used to dealing with Grapher. But again, I said it again and again, you find out the software you like using. All right. Now over here, again, I'm using Grapher to do it. And again, you may want to try doing this one and see what happens. All right. And again, everything's written up for you and it's typed up. If you have any confusion or concern, please come by and see me. Thank you.